Hello everyone, this is Nico Premutico from 7 Points Capital. Today's video is going to be short and sweet 'cause it's Friday, Veterans Day, holiday, and market was not as busy as it's been the last couple of weeks, but still had some action. Trying to figure out what's going on with my SPY chart here. Um, well, looks like I have a giant misprint. Okay, so we're going to go through my uh, my best trade of the day, DVAX and DVAX. Reported earnings last night, and it was strong earnings, gapped up to pretty close to recent daily highs. So DVAX has been beaten up in the mid to long term, as you'll see here. It was pretty volatile in the 30 to 20 range back in 2015, and then 2016 beaten up all the way from a high of 32 to a low of $4. I've been trading this thing pretty consistently throughout the year. There have been some nice moves, this one in particular, but then a huge gap for, I think it was last quarter's earnings. And now we had today an interesting little move here. So gaps up and opens around $22. And in the morning, I was looking for a long setup, thinking it would test these highs and maybe go from 22 to 24, then 30, and then maybe make another push towards 32. But what ended up happening was, as soon as the market opened, it sold off pretty hard. Yeah, we basically had, let's see, opens at 22.25, sells off about $2. I wasn't involved. It was a little too wild, too spready, and then it rallied all the way up back from $20 was the absolute low of the day, so that was a number to keep an eye on. Rallies to 21.60. So what I saw there was not that much on the open, but then as I checked back around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I noticed a little bit of a triangle setup forming here, where we had our, let me see, we had a base forming here at right at about 2050, and bounced off it here, and then makes another attempt, but it's still looking pretty ugly, so I wasn't involved. Gets down again, and then a third time. So basically the number here to keep an eye on was 20, 55, 50 range. So just an important another note, this is a tick pilot stock, which means it has a 5-cent spread. So for every tick, it's either going to be, it's going to be 5 cents. So 50 to 55 is more like a 1 cent move on another chart, but because it's 5 cents, it's thrown off the chart a little bit. But it wasn't one of the cleanest setups I'd seen, but I still like the general trend we had going on here. It was a lot of selling here, and then pretty hard, a lot of volume here on the pullback here, and then these longs couldn't get much momentum, so they were pretty stuck. Where I got involved was right here. Let me back that up for you. Okay, so this thing had been pretty wild all day, not really giving any tight setups where you could, risk you could have a lot of shares and be risking not that many cents. So here it was kind of flipping around 95, 80, and 85, and I noticed that there started to be a pretty big mid seller. So I got short at 80 was my first trade, just a little bit, with the stop above 2140. I actually might have put it above 2160. So very small, just trying to see what it would do, thinking maybe we wanted to test this 20 level again. And then below there really wasn't, this is my daily chart here up to the side. Below there was a pretty big level here at 1950, so I figured if it could get below 20 and then make that, and then really my target was 1950. So what happened was I got in here, and I kind of noticed that this triangle setup is here with the descending slope here and the base here. So what happens was, let me zoom back out. It wasn't the cleanest through here. Uh, it was slow. It was the middle of the day. Not much was going on, but I just noticed there really wasn't any buying at all, and it was pretty much just dropping. Bids weren't holding, offers were, stuff like that. But then where I really piled in was right here when it retested that 2050, got rejected, and right here I doubled my position, and then as we got down to the lows here at 20, it kept bouncing off 20, and I decided to really give it my all right here at 20. And I was thinking it would just slowly grind towards that 1950 level we saw on the daily, and it just literally, and it went right through one shot, flashed right through to 1925. Really couldn't cover anything down there, so I think I got 40s for most of the position, but I left some on, and you'll see why here, because the same setup basically appeared again right here. Another triangle, base of 1925, or what is that? Yeah, 1925. I don't know what happened there. Base of 1925, and the slope and the triangle, the lower highs here, is again the same exact setup, but I didn't want to risk all of what I just made, so I went in a little. I was in a little smaller with just the remaining portion from here that I left on, which I believe was a third of my original position, which I then doubled here. So I had about half of what I had for the first move, but I ended up, went all the way down to, went through, I got in at 2080, it went down to 1880, so caught almost $2 there, almost 20%, and there when I got out was when I didn't get a great exit price. It kind of, made a V bottom here. You can see it a little better on the 5 minute. Basically when I saw this green bar close as it did here, I took all the position. I regretted, obviously, in hindsight, not getting long. I tried it again a few more times up in here but the key thing to remember, once you've hit it out of the park, as I did here, kind of twice, trying it 3, 4 more times, you're just going to start giving back what you made. So I tried it once or twice in here to get long, thinking a lot of trap volume was in here, but then I noticed there really wasn't that much on the volume. I caught a little bit of this move. There was a nice little consolidation there. This is a misprint. A nice little consolidation in here. I just put a stop under here, small size, and caught most of this. So it was really, even though it doesn't look so clean on the 1 or the 5, this stock really did have some nice setups, and it was really good to me, and it's something I'll continue to watch. The daily's getting kind of messy, but now this new low here is 1860. So yeah, so we'll see. Maybe next week we'll get another leg down, or I don't know. It's hard to predict with these biotech stocks. But yep, so thanks a lot. I hope it was helpful. Please subscribe, leave any comments, feedback that you have. Follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and yeah, give us a shout. All right, thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.